this is Lilla Foreign with Valid with an Accent. Thank you all for tuning in again. I'm here with my beautiful friend.
Hi everyone, my name is Crystal Durham. I'm from Jersey and I'm the owner of the Major Society.
Yes, I know when we first met, we met at a fashion show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we were both very involved in modeling. Are you still focused on modeling, or that's a little bit in the background now?
I've kind of put it in the background with so much trying to do like in my creative direction and like handling my brand. So modeling it's still there, but it's,
Yeah,
kind of in the background.
because that's the same with me. I feel like back in the days I wanted to be a model so badly, right?
Yeah.
But like at one point you realize it's like, I don't know, it comes with too much but not enough in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
So as you meet other people, other creatives, and you just like dive into the industry more, you figure out there's more to it, you know?
Yeah.
So tell me about your business. What do you do exactly?
So the Major Society is basically a creative home.
Mm-hmm.
We started back in June of 2024, and the goal is to really turn ideas into impactful digital media experiences. So there's two sides to the brand. There's a social media management side and there's a creative direction side. And within that, in those two areas where our biggest goal is to bring together big and small creators. So whether that's working with a brand like Six Flags Great Adventure on the social media side, or for the creative direction side, brings a model that works for Nike with a model who's only been in the game for 1 year. That's the goal for the Major Society. It's to build and spark something within people and also allow them to create their own journeys as well.
I love that, because I know when I started off modeling, right, like, and started taking it seriously like 6 years ago, it was so hard to meet brands or reps, agents, things like that, and just to elevate and meet like-minded individuals even, especially given that I'm not from here originally, to like build that network again and stuff. Where are you from? Where are you based in?
So I'm from Jersey, but I'm trying to base everything up north a little bit because that's where the target audience is. So a lot of events should be happening around like the Jersey City, that area.
Okay, yeah. I just realized, because I'm always like, fuck Jersey. Jersey is not that far. It's not that bad, especially when it comes to like creative stuff.
Yeah.
There's a lot of models I know that are from Jersey. A lot of designers are from Jersey. A lot of like creative organizations and movements are from Jersey. So low-key, shout out to Jersey. Shout out to, right, exactly. And even the fashion is up there, like just the whole, I'm not even gonna cap, because, and we're gonna stick together, because at the end of the day, we can bring markets together, we can just build and be bigger together. So, but yeah, that's fire. So you said social media management, creative directing, things like that. What inspired this idea for you? What did you do? Like go back like your early life and then just build it up to through school, previous work experiences and all that?
Okay, well, growing up, I basically was a very bold girl. I had crazy outfits, would do my hair all different type of ways. And when you step out into a space, especially being in like a rural community, I know for myself, being the only African American, just in certain rooms, it was really hard for me to feel like I fit in. So as I got older, I dabbled into different things. Did makeup for a little bit. I enjoyed modeling so much. I did a little bit of styling here and there for friends, and of course the graphic design. And as I stepped into my college years is really when I was like, okay, what am I gonna do with all this? I kind of have to make a career for myself, and I don't know, right? So my senior year of college, I applied to work for Six Flags Great Adventure.
Yeah.
And I eventually got the job and I became an intern for them. And I kind of went the non-traditional route when coming out of college.
What do you mean by that?
So normally when you leave out of college, people are expecting you to go right into the 9-to-5 salary paid job. And for me, I told everyone, I'm getting an internship. I don't care what anybody says. And that internship honestly changed my life.
So you went to school for social media?
So I went to school for communications and media art.
Okay.
And I minored in journalism. So I've always been like a big storyteller. And at Six Flags, you know, there's so many stories to tell, so many adventures.
I love Six Flags.
To go on. And after being an intern, I was promoted to the supervisor. So I was over the entire department, you know, right out of college.
In what span of time?
Social media.
Yeah, but like how long did it take you from intern to?
Six Flags.
She does that, feel me?
And after going through that, of course, I got laid off. And that kind of sparked the, okay, I've been sitting at this desk for a year and a half now, kind of like dwindling my life away. I have so many gifts, and what am I going to do with that? So using everything, you know, knowing that I know makeup, knowing that I know styling, or have an eye for things, and just knowing how to work with people in a business aspect. Six Flags teaches you and kind of like molds you how to like be on top of things. It kind of allowed me to like step into a creative direction and take that on head on. So yeah, it pushed me to create my brand, the Mage Society. Kind of, we've been out there ever since.
So cool. So what do you guys do exactly? Like, how do you execute the vision at your brand?
So basically, I come up with the creative direction. I just got a team where I have a videographer and I have a photo and a photo assistant, and they also do videography as well. But the team is like, I'm trying to build it. I'm learning how to like trust people, and
We just had that conversation, right?
learning how to trust people with my baby. So right now it's just me coming up with the concepts and kind of bringing small creators, big creators together. But eventually I would like to have a solid team where you reach out to the Mage Society and we can craft your dream for you. But on the social media side, I want to be able to mentor young creators.
I like that.
There's a lot of people out here that are just posting content and are kind of like throwing it out at the wall.
Most people are just, oh, this stuff looks good, let me post it, you know?
Yeah, but there's so many opportunities. I just got flown out to film content, and I'm going out in Vegas. Wow, in like a couple months.
For who? Can you tell? All right, well, still, like being flown out to Vegas to do what you love to do.
Yeah.
So when it comes to you, like building your network and meeting the small or big creators and connecting them with the brands, how do you build your network, and how are you able to connect these people, if that makes sense?
I think it's all about putting in the work and just kind of like networking and pushing yourself out there. Using all the social media platforms that are there at your fingertips.
So you meet everybody basically through social media. So she really utilizes what she knows. So I love that.
Yeah. Definitely a platform that not a lot of people really go on is Threads. And there's so many creatives on Threads that I've met and just found so much. I feel like another platform that's slept on is like LinkedIn. That's where I was able to like...
It's not slept on, it's just our generation doesn't really understand the value behind LinkedIn. Because, okay, social media, cool, but everybody's gonna be on social media. Meaning like Instagram and these like fun apps, right? Versus LinkedIn, you can just upload your resume and say, I'm looking for a job, throw some hashtags, follow a couple big companies or people that you admire, you look up to, companies you would love to intern for, and then my professors and I are connected on LinkedIn, you know, because things like that, you can really, really take advantage of those.
So those are the platforms I have taken advantage of to kind of get to where I am now.
Yeah.
So definitely kind of mentoring them and bringing other people in, kind of say, hey, there are big opportunities and there's people who want you to be in these spaces. So creating those spaces for people.
Do you see yourself starting an agency through this? Like a creative modeling agency type of, because I know creative agencies exist and yours is kind of like that.
Yeah.
In no time it's gonna be one of those, hey, we're looking for creators for UGC content, anything. But do you see it like go beyond that or being like multi-citizen, you know?
Yeah, definitely. The goal is to make it a full-blown creative agency where creators can be signed on to us, or, you know, they can book models through us as well. So there's a lot of people reaching out to just model for the creative direction side, and there's a lot of opportunity there too, but we want to make sure that we're moving at the right pace and not outpacing ourselves.
Yeah. So what's the process of if somebody wanted to be part of the crew? As because she has trust issues. I have trust issues. I completely understand how it goes. I just went through the same thing yesterday in a sense of, okay, doing everything by yourself. You've probably been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's not impossible, but it's going to take way longer, right? Versus you building with people who see the vision, people who want to do the same thing. You guys can help each other out. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just for a temporary, time. But again, to trust people, it's hard. So what do you think it takes for you to trust somebody to be on your team?
I feel like I definitely need to see work ethic. My work ethic, I've built it to be where it is now, because I have such big dreams. So I need to make sure that I see that, on top of you already having a portfolio, I need to see that you want it to be a part of the vision. But for the social media side, definitely that portfolio, and also being able to command a room. A lot of social media videos are right on the spot. So can you walk up to somebody and say, hey, can you be in this 30-second video? So it's all about kind of having that confidence and commanding that space for a short amount of time.
Yeah.
On the creative direction side, what's your eye? Are you good at putting things together? Are you good at making something out of nothing?
Yeah, I definitely understand, and I know I've been seeing your pictures on Instagram and stuff. The one with the whole soccer team, and you made your eyebrows so pretty with gemstones and beads and just whatever. You did the whole thing from creative direction to doing your makeup to the outfit, and that's what I'm talking about. You can have a whole team for that, but you just know everything perfectly because it's your idea. So you know best how to execute that. So to trust somebody, it's going to be easier on you if you have somebody for hair, somebody for makeup, somebody for this, that, and third. But to make sure that everybody sees the vision and everybody's on the same page, I'm curious, let's say if you were to redo that same shoot with an actual team, how differently the pictures would come out, Because people just have different eyes for different things.
Definitely. Because I read.
Yeah. So another thing that I know you guys do is events.
Yeah.
Right? So I know there's an event coming up. So talk about that, what inspired you to even start doing events? What do you think is gonna come out of doing the events and things like that?
Yeah. So back in June of last year, I met my team now at a creative event, and at that creative connect event, we were able to connect and we built what we have now. So that's kind of what pushed me to create this Creative Connect. The first event that we had, it was a 90s photo shoot. So I'm combining those two elements. So on July 19th, we're going to be having our Back to the 90s Creative Connect event.
You heard.
It's going to be from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. in Jersey City. And it's just going to be so much going on. We're going to have some guest speakers, some special guests that are from New York and Jersey, just coming to talk about their creative journey and what pushed them to be where they are now.
I'll definitely be there. I would love to come and support and network and see your vision come to life. As a friend, somebody, we've known each other for a couple years, I feel like, and just to see the growth, to see my friends accomplishing their goals, it's just such an amazing thing. So
Yeah. So there'll also be a vintage car for people to take videos and pictures with. And there's going to be vendors, food, drinks, of course. And it's going to be a really good time. But the goal is to network. The goal is to join the major network and kind of be a part of something bigger than yourself.
What inspired the name? How did you come up with the major?
That's a great question. Well, our kind of slogan is we turn ideas into major moments, but it honestly makes me, what pushed me to make the name is because I think everybody's so used to getting fly. I'm fly this, I'm fly that. But with the Major Society, we do major things. It's not only just about putting an outfit on and going to a block party or putting an outfit on and doing a photo shoot. It's about creating community and inspiring other people within the community. So when you're a light in your community, I automatically think you're major. So,
I love that. How many members do you guys have now? Are you, how is even the being part of the society part work? you know, let's say if I wanted to like be a model or a creative, is that possible, or you handpick the people? There's an application process. What's going on?
So definitely, you can just be a part whenever we have any events or creative direction projects going on. Right now, it's just a simple DM, and we'll see if you fit the
Okay.
category for it. But eventually,
Expect that DM right after this.
but eventually, we do want to make sure that we are, you know, bringing people.
Yeah, like a little, you know?
Yeah.
Even if it's like monthly, like team building events and things like that, you know?
Yeah, but definitely,
fire.
when the brand grows, we'll definitely have those type of things.
Fire. I have a few questions to you because we are sponsored by Brushes and Blunts, and they have this card game called Puff and Process. But it's just a mindful game, you know, it's a mindful high game, they say. But honestly, they have some fire questions, and I know that the stuff we'll be talking about could match this. So hold on, let me find the front of this card. What's going on? Okay, boom. You want to pick a card, or you want me to like read a card for you?
Pick a card.
Okay, because I would love to ask you this regardless, but go ahead. There's two different categories. There's puff and process categories, and there's let's be blunt. Some of them are like super spicy. Some of them just are deep, you know, make you think type of questions. If it's too crazy and you have to read it out loud regardless, but if it's too crazy, you can pick another one.
Okay, so it says, have you ever cheated while in a relationship? If so, did your partner ever catch you? No, I've never cheated before.
Okay, so ain't nothing to catch. Let me pick another one because I feel like that was, I know what I want to ask you, that's right here.
Okay.
Because that actually goes with what we were talking about, but it's a little icebreaker, you know? Oh shit, what is it?
I don't know. It says, do you talk dirty during sex? You can hand an example of what you would say to your partner to turn them on.
Oh.
I don't even know if I want to answer this.
Yeah, all right. So let me just ask my question, because I still have friends for that, but that's going to be a little separate video later. If you could have one dream come true, what would it be?
To work with Rihanna.
Okay. Rihanna, I already know you subscribe to my channel. So, you know, just DM my girl real quick.
Yeah.
In what aspect would you love to work with her?
I want to be on set, creative direction. If she need me to style, if she need me to, whatever she need me to do, I'm there.
Fire. Okay, you heard. I feel like we can make that happen. You know what, like, a lot of people be doing is, let's say if you have the dreams to work with Rihanna. Fenty, right? So now what people be doing is they just buy a bunch of Fenty stuff and they plan their own Fenty themed shoot. Yeah. Those things can work. I know somebody who did this with Nike for 10 years. He was filming Nike commercials, but it was never an actual Nike commercial. And then after 10 years, Nike picked up on it, and then he became creative director of Nike.
What?
Yeah, you just gotta put yourself out there and not be afraid. What is your biggest fear and why does it scare you?
I think my biggest fear is failing, but I feel like that just comes with the job that I'm in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Failing to me is not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
It just means that you are brave enough to put yourself out there and do what you are passionate about. It means that you are ambitious and you are really a go-getter, you know, because you can just be sitting on your couch at home and be like, damn, I really want to do this, but what if? It's the what ifs, you know? I know, crazy thing, because before I moved here, it was my dream for so long to move here, right? Mm-hmm. And my mom was like, what if, it don't work out? What if? But I'm like, Mom, if I go off of what ifs, y'all will not be watching this right now. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm not a what if type of person. I'm gonna just go because you gotta see for yourself. And if you are dedicated and then if you trust the process, it's just gonna be a lesson, you know?
Definitely.
So now, okay, cool, I failed, but now I know how to do it.
Exactly.
So now, you can turn L's into lessons.
Literally.
L's into lessons. Fire. Let me see if there's some other ones that's not too crazy, just stick to the topic, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're a more reserved person.
I am. Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Oh, all of them are like sexual type. If you ever want me to ask you any sexual type of questions, just, DM valid with an accent and somebody will situate that for you.
It's a
Um, okay, this is a little deep, but I feel like we all been through some crazy stuff like this. Who disappointed you most in your life and why?
yeah.
Or anybody ever disappointed you that you were like, damn, not that person?
I definitely think it was definitely when I was in high school. I auditioned for a performing arts academy,
Okay.
and I didn't go to it. And of course, being young, being in high school, you kind of like want to be a part of like where people are like-minded and doing art and creating all the time. But I think it kind of showed me that like certain spaces aren't for me,
Right.
and it allowed me to like make my own space now. But yeah, that was a big disappointing moment in my life, but it allowed me to grow, and it pushed me in so many other ways.
Yeah. So I want to circle back on something because at the beginning you said that growing up there was a lot of times when you were in spaces where you were the only people of color, right, or person of color.
Yeah.
As a kid, how did that make you feel? Because me, as a European, I never been through that, especially as a kid. You don't experience, other cultures and things like that. And that's one of the reasons why I started this podcast, to show people that we can all be different, but we can still respect each other despite of differing backgrounds and all that stuff. So how did it make you feel? Because, as a grown-up, as an adult, it might be different because you just brush it off to an extent. But as a kid, like, that can be...
I definitely feel like it kind of hurt how I see myself back then, and then like kind of allowing you to figure out your identity or like where you fit in the world. My mom used to always say to me that like when I was at home, I was very creative. I would act out different things. I would have talent shows, sing around the house. But she said that when I stepped out of like the four walls of my home, I kind of like shrank myself and became what society wanted me to be. So having that, like, kind of having to like switch on and off was kind of turned me into like a little robot, you can kind of say. And we're human. We don't just flood emotions and let them go out, So it's definitely something that as I'm getting older, I'm having to reprogram myself to think like, okay, there is a space for you. You're creating that space for other people. But looking back, I'm like, she endured a lot, so she deserves a lot too now.
Yeah. Do you think that contributed to your creative journey?
Definitely.
So like you use makeup, doing your hair or getting your hair done, outfits and all the creative direction. Did that make you feel like it helps your creativity, or creativity helps you express yourself?
Definitely, because when I was at home, I was the most creative self I could be. So kind of like getting out of that neighborhood and getting out of that space and going to college, I was really able to like, be whoever I wanted to be. And my college years were kind of just the expansion of like what I wanted to be as a child, or who I thought I was in the world. I was able to actually walk out into the world and be exactly who she wanted to be in those classrooms back then, or being at dance with all the people, being the type of person that I am. So, yeah.
Fire. Do you think the way you express yourself helps people like get to know you, and just like people be more comfortable to pulling up to you based on how you dress? Because I know that's like me with my tattoos,
Yeah.
People see my tattoos. The other day, I think the girl was around 10 years old on the train with her dad, right? And I saw they were like talking about my tattoos and stuff. I'm like, all right, whatever, I had my music in. And then she tapped my shoulder. She was like, I really love your tattoos. And I'm like, damn, I would be scared sometimes to stop somebody and just be like, yo, I like your outfit, but I know it goes such a long way when people just compliment you on what you do, or.
Exactly. I feel like I always bring people in with my hair. Sometimes it can be a little bit bigger than this, but we're tamed kind of today. But it's definitely the creative direction. I bring people in with that. When they see the creativity, a lot of people tell me that like it's detailed. You can tell you put a lot of work into what I do. So I think that's what kind of brings people that curiosity towards me, and it sparks something.
Yeah, because I can, even if I didn't know you prior to, let's say, seeing your project on Instagram and things like that, I would be like, damn, she really puts in the time, the energy, the effort. You can see the quality through the lenses, through the pictures. You have a story to tell. Like, as we said, a lot of times people just post on social media and you're like, okay, you're pretty, but like, you look pretty and then there's a whole mess in the background. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like when you tell a story and people can tell that you tell a story, that just like forms a sort of connection between individuals. So
Never second like that.
all your friends are in the creative industry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some of them, yeah. One of my friends, she does makeup. The other one, social media, and the other one goes to school for fashion design.
I feel like it's important just for like basic understanding of each other,
Definitely, especially for that community aspect. When you're doing the shoots and you have to like get all this stuff together and be on a time crunch, you want to be able to lean on people who kind of understand that whole process and the post-production, pre-production of everything.
Yeah. What's your favorite project that you ever worked on? It can be anything.
I would definitely say my Black History Month project.
Okay.
So we were able to shoot in a museum, a historical landmark. It's called the Teton Fortune Cultural Center. And that was like my first ever project with a really, really big company. And that sparked what I have now with them. We have a media partnership with them now. So I handle everything from their social media management to their publication.
Oh, fire.
So getting everyone together and being able to like create something that is talking about history and like our past, our culture, and dealing with serious topics. Like I know photography and sometimes just content creation in general is so lightweight and it's so like, oh, I'm about to go do this today, I'm doing this, or you're just taking a picture of your outfit. But when being able to merge like my creative direction with stories from the past, from our ancestors, from just painful stories or people who had to like be the torch, throwers in a sense. It was a really big moment for the brand. And I don't think people realize how big of a moment that it was. Yeah.
I like that. That's so great. Because again, that's a story you're telling. You're not just doing something because it's cool or fun, but because you're trying to... What's your goal? What's your mission? Like, what is it that you really want to show the world through major society?
Definitely want to show the world that everyone starts somewhere. Because the major society started from nothing. We don't have connections within big top agencies or big brands.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah.
But definitely the big mission is to help people spark something within themselves. There's a lot of people who have reached out to me and said, well, I've never modeled before. And I'm like, okay, who cares? Come on, get in front of the camera. And it's like after they leave the set, they're like, oh my gosh, Crystal, like I didn't even realize that like I'm photogenic and I'm this and I'm that. And that's what it's all about. It's all about being able to create. I'm a very like spiritual person, so it's always God first. And God put us on the planet to create. He wants us to be creators.
Yeah.
And he wants us to also build community. So that's the mission. Being creative, but also building community and sparking things within people.
Yeah. That's something I've been seeing that, and I'm grateful for, that building a community and being there for our community, giving back to our community, it became such importance for us and our generation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when I was a teenager, I haven't really seen my people do that, or that might just be a cultural difference from where I'm from. But growing up, I never really had that example of, I see, older teenagers or, I don't know, people in college to do like community events and, so I feel like that's something that brings us all closer to each other and that just helps you to find out who to navigate towards in a way. It sounds harsh, but...
On your tribe, yeah.
Correct. So your society. You said a dream collaboration of yours would be Rihanna, right? Mm-hmm. what brands you would love to work with besides that, or any. What's your biggest brand you worked with, or like your most proudest accomplishment?
I would definitely say it was definitely Six Flags Great Adventure Resort.
Yes.
But brands that I really want to work with is like Lilla Foreign, Elf, definitely Fenty Beauty. Artists that I want to work with is definitely Lotto.
I love Lotto. She's so fire.
Of course, Nicki Minaj. And I'm down for like Little Baby. I like,
Okay.
I love him. But yeah, I'm really open to anything, honestly.
You want to stay in this area, like the New York, New Jersey area?
Yeah, I do want to eventually move to like DC, to work out there a little bit. But I feel like God is calling me right here to build in here, and until that gets built, I feel like I'll move my journey on.
Yeah. Oh, that's fire. I love that. So it seems like you're a very hardworking person, right? And like all the stuff that you do you have like any free time? And what do you do in your free time if you do? Because I know it's hard to make free time and you're so dedicated.
Yeah. So definitely in my free time, I'm a big traveler. I took myself to Disney World last year for my birthday.
You went by yourself?
Solo trip. Yeah. But I've been to a lot of different places like Jamaica, Bahamas, of course, Florida. But I definitely want to go to like Bali.
Okay.
Sometime.
That's on my list.
Go to
So.
Bali. But yeah, I definitely want to travel. I want to travel the world, and I want to like do like little vlogs. Since I'm like so into social media and everything for so many companies, I'm like, it's really hard to create stuff for myself. So I think when I travel, that's the time where I'm like, it's just about me.
Yeah.
It's about what I'm putting on screen, what I'm talking about. So yeah.
And you're a solo traveler? You always travel by yourself?
I definitely want to get into it. Disney World, my sister-in-law told me to go to Disney World. We were drinking one night, and she was like, "Girl, what are you doing for your birthday?" And I was like, I don't know. And then looked up this hotel, was mad cheap, and I was like, I think I'm going to Disney World for my birthday.
Wow.
So it definitely sparked something, because I was just like, I definitely would do it again. I think solo travel is one of the best decisions I made for 2024. So I want to go somewhere, definitely.
That's crazy, because I've always been the type of person who, thankfully I grew out of it, but I want to go to this event, who's coming with me? Or I want to go here, who's coming with me?
Yeah.
And I realized I missed out on so many opportunities, so many networking events, so many things, because I'll let you know, I can't. So I'm like, I'm not going by myself, if nobody's coming with me. You can't do that. Also, because when you go by yourself, you are more open and you meet like way more people versus when you go with somebody you already know, because now you're kind of sticking by each other's sides. And I like to travel with like 1 or 2 people max, because it can also be overwhelming when you're traveling with too many people.
Especially everybody's on so many different agendas.
Yeah.
And then
Happened to me.
Everybody's spending habits are different.
Happened to me
So many people.
times. The only solo traveling I've ever done is when I first moved here. I moved here by myself. I flew here by myself. So I'm like, okay, cool. And now every time that I travel back and forth, often there's like a layover.
Yeah.
There's multiple hours. Sometimes I pick longer layovers on purpose so I can explore the city.
Yeah.
If it's something where I never been to. I did that, I think, 2 years ago with friends. So I'm like, instead of the hour 30 layover, let me pick the 9-hour layover. So this way I can go out, explore the city, even though I'm not staying for long.
I never thought about that, like when you have a layover to like outdoor experience.
Because we're just trying to get it over with.
Yeah,
It's like, damn, I already be flying for hours. Now I gotta, but yeah, it can be fun.
Yeah, I'm so used to like having nonstop flights, but that's definitely something that I might look into.
Yeah. Also because a lot of places you can't even go with a non-stop flight. So
Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, that's fire.
Definitely.
Bali definitely been on my list too. And the Galapagos Islands.
Yeah, definitely. I want to go somewhere like, what is it, Turks and Caicos?
Yeah, I never been. Like, it's crazy because I've been to PR, but I never been.
Dominican Republic and
I never been to DR, I never been to Jamaica, I never been to Mexico, and I've been to so many countries otherwise, but mostly like Europe and like Turkey. I've been to Egypt, but I wanna just explore more like South American countries, yeah. Even Asia has some like fire. I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to Japan too. How was Egypt?
Egypt was amazing. But the only thing is I was 14.
Gotcha.
So I didn't appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
My dad had like a crazy accident. Like he might kill me if I say this, but they were playing catch by the pool, right? And he slipped on something, probably water, but you know what I'm saying? He slipped, hit his head, and he passed out for like 10 minutes. I was young, I was already sleeping, but he was with his colleagues and stuff. So they thought that that was it, like, you know, curtains down and shit. But yeah, so I didn't get to experience Egypt that much because I was like, oh, you know, I'm gonna be with my dad, I'm gonna make sure he's okay. So now I might be like that, just make sure you're good, give me a call if anything, you know, like I'm gonna go, I don't know, go and see the pyramids or some shit, because that's something I didn't get to do. I didn't see the pyramids, I didn't see the Sphinx, but I did camelback riding.
Oh, wow.
Camelback riding was fire. It was scary as fuck, not gonna lie, because you know how camels get up like this and then they get down like this. I don't know if horses do the same thing or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit is terrifying. Probably, but like when you ride a horse, like it's already standing up. But camels are like sitting, so
True, they do.
that shit, but it moves like this. And then they told the camel to start running. Oh, I was just panicking. Looking back, it's fire. I would do it again, but I did that. I did the ATV ride in the desert. They taught us how to like tie that thing, you know, the scarf on your head and stuff. They showed us like the actual way of how to do that. I had hibiscus tea, which is like a local specialty. I got a necklace with my name made, you know, with like the, how you say, the little like signs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was fire. Things like that. I would definitely want to go back because I have no footage of Egypt.
Yeah.
There's not a picture of me.
Yeah.
One thing though about Egypt is when you go, since your system is not used to the water, that you cannot drink tap water. So that includes ice cubes, mixed drinks, all that. And I think you need to tell them like, yo, you know, no tap water or anything, because I had a cocktail. It was like a virgin cocktail, like a mocktail. But yeah, I definitely had to to the bathroom after, because that was regular tap water in it, and like you just can't. Yeah, it's not giving. So I definitely want to go back.
Yeah,
Probably not this year because I'm doing like a little trip. I'm gonna fly to Hungary to see my family. Then I'm gonna go to Portugal and Spain with my dad. And then we're gonna go to Italy and then back to Hungary.
Wow.
So I'm doing that whole like 3-week trip. And then I have layovers in Paris again.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay, but I didn't get to go to the Louvre. I only went to the Statue of Liberty. It's crazy. I only went to the Eiffel Tower. So this time I'm gonna go to see the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
So Egypt might be a next year project.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to like Paris, London.
Yeah.
Definitely Egypt. I didn't even thought about Egypt before. But I was gonna say, when you were saying about not filming anything or like having any pictures of it, I feel like those are the best moments too.
Yeah.
Like when you don't have any, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no proof that you were there. Was like, oh.
Right, because I know I'm like, damn, it's definitely a place where I want to go back, because now that I'm older, I would appreciate it more. I would just be more open to do certain things. For example, the water is so clear in Egypt. You have to walk, you know, like, they built like an artificial little like thing to like walk in, because the first like couple hundred feet are just corals, you know, and corals like hurt your feet and it just like cuts you all up. But once you're going so deep into the sea already, but the water is so clear. We did like a little diving, and there was like fish of this size swimming by your feet, not giving a fuck, all sorts of fish, and you just see everything so clear. So yeah, that's definitely something I want to do. And I want to do like Morocco and just like, you know, countries that have, you know, like history and culture, and just, yeah, places that not everybody go to, I feel like. Because everybody has like their go-to, you know, destinations.
Yeah. What was like a big lesson that you learned traveling? You were like, okay, I'm never doing that again.
Traveling with individuals who don't know well enough. We might click and, oh, we're gonna go to Bali, let's go together. No, we don't know each other that much, you know, it can be anything. Because I had story time, because there was this girl, she was a makeup artist, right? She did my makeup for set one time. This was, I think, 3 years ago. And we clicked, like she was cool, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, oh, I want to go to Disney. I'm like, I want to go to Vegas. So we did a Vegas Disney trip, right? But there was some things that she didn't tell me. Like, I didn't know that her mom was going to join us in Disney. So half the trip, it was me, her, and her mom. We were all sharing a room, and her and her mom are like this.
Yeah,
so it was
like,
it was
like
weird, you know? It was just like they discuss everything, they talk about stuff like that.
Yeah.
So originally we were gonna stay in Vegas, I think for 4 or 5 days. But I love Vegas. One thing about me, I love Vegas. I'm like, I low-key wanna extend the stay. So we ended up doing a week. And then she felt some type of way because when I was in Orlando, I still kept talking about Vegas, like how good Vegas was. I'm like, yeah, because we didn't have time to talk about everything and how fire it was. Like, she was like, well, you might as well, like, you should have stayed there.
Yeah.
You might as well go back because it doesn't seem like you're enjoying yourself. I'm like, wait, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
And you know, I went to Vegas, like, you know, those twisted drinks that they have?
I've never been.
Oh, you should never been. Oh, yeah, they have these twisted drinks, this big. You drink a couple of those? Because in Vegas, it's super hot, right?
Yeah.
When I was there, it was 117 degrees, but it's not humid.
Okay.
So 80 degrees in New York is worse than 117 in Vegas because New York is humid. Vegas is dry, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then it was just, she didn't tell me she was on medication, for example, for like depression and anxiety, so she can't drink.
So
I was being considerate and I didn't drink for the whole trip. And then on the last day, she was like, oh, you can drink if you want. I'm like, say that. Yeah, I will. But yeah, I'm like, it's just, y'all gotta have the same vibe, the same energy. Because when I travel, I'm not really gonna be on a budget, you know? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't know, there's a steakhouse you will be wanting to try. We can't go because a steak is $200. Like, we on vacation, we're gonna have a $200 steak.
Yeah.
And she's the type she loves to nap. So she was in the hotel for most of the stay. But I'm like, we're in Vegas and they have day parties. Day pool parties, night pool parties, day parties, night parties, regular concerts, all that. So I'm like, you can literally hotel hop and go to the different like big bars and the clubs of the hotels. And during the day, let's go to the beach or by the pool, you know, you can sleep there. She's like, no. So we had like a lot of like misunderstandings like this.
Yeah.
So I'm like, never again. If I don't know you enough to know how you are, what do you do on a daily basis, are you on medication, do you drink, do you not drink? It's just.
Yeah. I feel like it's always like that too.
Yeah.
Like when you just wanna, I feel like it sounds really, really good. Like, oh my gosh, I went somewhere. Cause I know
like a girl's trip.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah, but then it's like, it could be a complete nightmare.
Yeah.
You know, there's always those videos and stuff on like TikTok of like, we came to the land, but we left. You know, because they be fighting and everything.
Or y'all go together, y'all live together. I have a story like that too.
Yeah.
That's why I would never go back to DC. Well, I never say never, but like bad experience in DC. I went to DC with my ex, and we came back separately because we were only there for a weekend. And then, I ended it. A restraining order and everything. I never saw that man again. Like, so you really gotta be careful who you travel with because I feel like traveling brings out a different side of people.
It does, and it shows you what they really,
who they really are.
Yes,
that's a fact.
Yes.
That's really a fact.
Yeah.
All right, this is the closing question before we wrap. You want to pull a card or?
You did.
Okay, I'm going to just pick one randomly. And then if you don't like it, we're going to close up. Oh no, I feel like these are not. Okay, this is good.
Okay.
What are you grateful for?
I'm grateful for God's grace. Yes, God's grace, His mercy, and Him allowing me to wake up every day and do everything that I love to do and be around people who love me.
I love that. And that's important. That's so important, really, to find people who you know you love and care about them, but to have that reciprocated, you know, that's just such an important thing. And I'm glad that you have that in your life. And yes.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
It's amazing. Thank you so much for coming, filming. Make sure you shout yourself out and shout your company or brand out. Make sure they follow you.
So, like I said, my name is Crystal. My Instagram is IamCrystal. That's IamCrystalXO. And then my brand is The Mage Society. On Instagram, it's The Major Society _.
And I'm Lilla Foreign. This was Valid with an Accent. Make sure you check out the description for more information and see you next time.
We appreciate